We value everyone's thoughts, and I need feedback from someone who plays 5 hours a week just as much as I need it from someone who plays 50 plus hours a week. And there's much more who play 5 a week than 50. Do you get that? So he's basically just told you guys that there's way more casuals than they are comp players or consistent players, which is what I've been trying to explain to you guys over the course of the last few years, saying that 2K has become a revolving door of players. Woo! Bonfire, Bluku! There's a lot to talk about in today's video, and we finna get into all the details. If any of you guys are new here, drop a like, drop a sub, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's get to the video.
It's AllCity. Load up that clip.
Hey, what's good, y'all? I'm AllCity. As always, appreciate you guys tuning in. We're gonna start off today's video with the Amex event. NBA 2K sent out a post. In case you guys weren't receiving your double rep, even though you equipped the Amex apparel and you didn't receive it, NBA 2K is aware of it. They sent out this post saying, "We have resolved an issue with today's Amex 2x rep wear and earn event. Please restart the game and unequip, then re-equip your eligible apparel to receive the rep multiplier as expected." I know a lot of people in the community were saying that the 2x rep event was broken. Yet again, another event from 2K that doesn't function as it should. And because of this inconvenience that some of you guys may have experienced yesterday, 2K is extending this event to today. It says here, the event has also been extended an additional day and will now end on December 15th, today at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. So I guess that's a W for y'all. Now I want to keep it a buck with y'all. Yesterday I got on NBA 2K25. That joint, that joint there is tough to play. I don't know how y'all do it. That joint for me is hella tough to play. What is it? If you guys find enjoyment in NBA and playing NBA 2K25, can y'all share in the comment section what it is that y'all like about the game? Because I may live stream it just for you guys to be able to see my reaction, because it's very real. I can't even hold it back. I get so frustrated when I play NBA 2K25. It's almost humorous to me because it's like an out-of-body experience. I'm expecting to have an enjoyable time because the game, it looks dope to me. Like I don't think anybody can front on that. NBA 2K25 looks dope, especially if you go into the rec center. They really did their thing with the rec center, but the gameplay, oh lord, that joint is tough. And I'm gonna go live just so you guys can see what's going on out there and how I really feel about it. And I want to assure you guys, just because I don't like the game and maybe some of you guys do like the game, doesn't mean that I feel any sort of way about y'all. The way I see it, we could just agree to disagree on whether or not NBA 2K25's gameplay is good. And what's considered good is just subjective to the player who's actually playing the game. Now, there's a bunch of people in the 2K community that are really upset with NBA 2K25, and they're spewing heat and they're spewing hatred all over the place, directing it at anybody who crosses their path. Some players are mad that the folks who got invited to Community Day maybe shouldn't have been invited because they're no longer playing the game. I'll quickly reference this post from Ja. He says 100 creators were at Community Day, yet only like 10 of them actually post or stream the game anymore. If we're gonna acknowledge creators and invite them to Community Day, at least invite people who actually post and stream the game. I'll reference this next post from Dignified 2K. He says no reason 2K is hosting any events for creators anymore. Why? Look at this year. 75% of the people who went don't even post the game anymore. It's December. Nor does it look like it helps drive any viewership or market value. And he goes on to tell 2K, just take the time you use for game testers and Community Day and drop a demo again. It's that easy. How many of you guys would prefer that we receive a demo? I concur completely. I'd take a demo any day of the week just so we could get a glimpse at what 2K looks like before we actually decide to commit to a purchase. But maybe that's too transparent for 2K. All I know is that a demo will serve as the consumer's best interest in regards to 2K. So you guys know Evan, right? He's the guy who hosts the 2K live streams with Stacks. He recently gave us a bunch of insight on how 2K approaches Community Day. So in this next segment, we're gonna learn about how they select creators for Community Day. And for a bunch of you 2K players out there, we also learn about the best places where you guys can provide your feedback to help create change in 2K, as opposed to just venting on X. First thing to know about 2K's Community Days is that it's not a feedback event. I would like to reference this first post that Evan responded to from EK the creator as he was going off on Boomy. EK the creator sent out this initial post going off on Boomy saying, "You went to Community Day and gassed this game because you were happy you could finally crack 10 views." Wow. Why is he spewing so much heat at Boomy? I wonder what went down there. Now you talking this bullish about this and that. Too late to sing this song now. They don't care. They make money. The game don't gotta be good, especially when they got sellouts like Boomy, who he was referring to in this post. Well, Evan chimed in by saying, we invite creators to Community Day to play as much as they can and capture early footage for content. It's not a feedback event. Feedback is gathered at completely different opportunities, some of which aren't made public at all. Further elaborating on feedback sessions, Evan sends out this post saying the people who participate in feedback sessions is almost always kept private. In certain cases, it's optional for them to reveal themselves at a later date, but not from me. I won't get honest feedback or any feedback for that matter if people have to fear finger pointing. So just to quickly recap those two posts there, Evan says that Community Day is not for feedback. And in fact, feedback sessions are done privately behind closed doors. And the majority of those feedback sessions and people who participated in those feedback sessions won't even reveal themselves. And now this next post will explain to you guys where to give your feedback so that it can be heard and seen by people affiliated with 2K like Evan. Evan responds here to Cheeto. Cheeto says, do you guys even take feedback from the community? Evan responds saying, I'm looking at community submitted issues and suggestions all the time to share with our team from a variety of places. The in-game community surveys and posts in the official Discord are big sources. So these are the places in which he looks for feedback to then relay to the people who can make change, like the 2K devs. The gameplay team can analyze telemetry like shooting statistics. There are creators that submit feedback to me. We have private playtests and listening sessions, and that's just to name a few. But just because one channel or group agrees on something, that doesn't mean it gets implemented. Feedback has to be looked at across many sources. I can ask about the same topic in two different places and get opposite feedback. You'd be surprised. He said, I know I've been there before. And it all has to be taken into consideration because the game isn't built for only one portion of our players. And I would just like to very quickly add, I commend Evan in how he's handling these questions and giving these really thoughtful responses. I feel like this is how a community manager, a 2K community manager, is supposed to interact with the 2K community. Clear, concise, and transparent answers within the scope of what he's able to divulge. Seems simple, right? There hasn't been a community manager yet that's been able to accomplish this. So to Evan, I say, keep doing your thing, man. Hopefully you can keep it up. And in the last portion of this segment, we're gonna learn about how they select creators to go to Community Day and what you guys need to do in order to get invited. Start out with how Evan selects creators for Community Day. And I'll read this post off to you. He said, it's impossible to account for every type of player, but we do try. Sometimes one playtest will have mostly comp and pro players, and another will have more casual players. Some people at playtests are creators. Some are people you probably never heard of before. We value everyone's thoughts, and I need feedback from someone who plays 5 hours a week just as much as I need it from someone who plays 50 plus hours a week. And there's much more who play 5 a week than 50. Do you get that? So he's basically just told you guys that there's way more casuals than they are comp players or consistent players, which is what I've been trying to explain to you guys over the course of the last few years, saying that 2K has become a revolving door of players. So that should help give you guys an understanding of gameplay development. Because there's more players who only play 5 hours a week, they would direct their gameplay development behind the feedback from these particular players. Although both are equally important, the fact is there's just way more casual players out there. Evan goes on to say, as I mentioned, Community Day isn't for feedback. I select creators who will best take advantage of early access with the goal of reaching a big variety of players with informative content. For what it's worth, I'm always on the lookout for fresh faces, and he says he doesn't mind being added. And I would like to quickly add that this was all in response to this post from Twisted 2K. I should have read that off first, but this is still interesting. Twisted 2K says, first of all, let's hire some people who actually play the game. Next, you should invite comp creators like Splash or Ticino who have years of experience to Community Day. Stop inviting people who just glaze. They won't give any legit feedback. They would just say what you guys want to hear. And doesn't it seem like 2K25's gameplay has been developed in that way, as if all the gameplay testers that were involved in 2K25's development were just a bunch of yes men? At least that's how it seems to me, and I'm biased because you guys know I don't really like NBA 2K25's gameplay, but I'm definitely curious to hear your feedback on that. And lastly, we'll talk about how to get invited to Community Day, what you guys need to do do and also how to get access to these like private feedback sessions. WLR says, how would one get access to these other feedback events? Evan responds saying, trust is built over time and many interactions. So the most helpful advice I can give is to consistently submit constructive and actionable feedback over time. There's a few of us and hundreds of you, so I don't mind people reaching out. I can't see everything or reply to everything, but the feedback experts in the community, they stand out. Don't just say blank sucks or fix blank. Explain how something impacts how you play the game, how you propose it to be improved, and include as many details as possible, like video examples. And that's not easy to do here on X, which is why I don't use it for feedback gathering as much. And he goes on to wrap this post up by saying, I do enjoy occasionally listening to Spaces though. He's talking about Spaces on X. And hopefully you guys picked up on everything he mentioned. I know a lot of people, they like to sound off on X, just venting their frustrations about 2K, but Evan's telling you guys directly that that's not a source of information that he goes to when selecting creators or people to go participate in their private feedback sessions. So if you guys really want your voices to be heard, then I recommend looking to the community surveys he mentioned or looking to the Discord and providing your feedback there. As I mentioned earlier, I will be giving NBA 2K25 a shot today during a live stream, so you guys could see, like, get to a feel for my level of frustration when I get on the game. So if you guys want to see that happen, maybe you guys get a few laughs out of it, come join us on our live stream. Look forward to having you there. As always, I'm curious to hear your thoughts, so leave them in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all. If you guys are tired of running with randoms and you're looking for players to run with on NBA 2K, come on out and join the AllCity 2K Discord. The link will be in the description below. Find players and get runs now. Drop a like and drop a sub on your way out. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.